The Golden Gemz podcast? What's that? It's a podcast where you get your motivation. It's a podcast where you get consistent gems. It's a podcast where you get your inspiration and you sit back and just learn just a little bit. It's a podcast that even your mama love. It's the best podcast simply around. The Golden Gemz podcast, baby. And yes, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for coming back. Sit back, relax, and get these gems.
What is going on, my beautiful people? Welcome back to the one show, the one and only show that you always want to tune into to get your juices going and, start your weekend off right, or start your day off right, start your week off right, whenever you're watching this. Welcome back to the Golden Gemz podcast. Yes, you here with the one and only your host, Relly. And then today I'm bringing a special guest back, Coach T. Say what's up to the people, man. Welcome back.
What's happening? How y'all doing today?
Yes, sir. What's up? Thank you for coming back. I hope y'all enjoyed our first episode together. Yes, I didn't get the whole visual for you, but I'm gonna I might go back and grab a couple clips and cut them up for y'all. If y'all do want some, let me know in the comments. But today we giving y'all a fresh episode though. I got a couple good topics for us to touch on today, and I hope y'all enjoying your holiday weekend, man. And I hope you out celebrating and spending time with your family. But let's go ahead and get right into it. So today, the one thing that's been on my mind, the one thing that we got to talk about is dating in this generation currently that we in.
Talk to them.
Hey, this generation is different in every way possible. This generation is crazy, and honestly, at the end of the day, like it's tough out here, man. It's hard, whether if you're a young pup, in your early college years, or even if you're late in high school. For some of y'all kids out there that's touching the waters a little too quick, hold on, you don't gotta get into don't rush into nothing right now. All right, but even for us adults though, and it's tough out here because you got social media, you got guys being able to hit up your girl at one click of a button now, and at the end of the day, it's tough and hard out here in these streets. So what's your opinion, man? What's your opinion on how has your dating experience been in this generation currently?
It's been different. Definitely been different. I come from the era where, you go out somewhere to, a bar or a library, a gym, and you have natural conversations there, natural dialogue there. But it seems that the world now, we going to click of a button. If it's on an app, if it's on Instagram, Facebook, now they got these speed dating stuff going on. So it just seems like everybody want like fast, like instant right now. It's like, man, like y'all gotta relax a little bit. You know what I'm saying? And
I agree.
It just loses the authenticity with that. When you meet somebody in person, first off, let's not be foolish. We got to have that appearance attraction.
That's
you got to bring something to the table. I got to be able to look at you. We got to have that dialogue. You know what I'm saying? Got to make sure your teeth is straight, But again, you don't know if a person got in veneers or, what's happening. So it's like so much extra nowadays. And you have to get to know that person inside before you even touch bases on the outside, because if they not right upstairs, and then it's going to trickle down into the conversation, into the dialogue, how y'all move together,
nice.
When y'all around. And it's very tough, because nowadays women, they prefer to text more than even pick up on the phone and want to talk or even meet in purpose.
That's a whole other debate, man. Hey, you ain't not lying. Everybody want to text nowadays.
Yeah,
it's either you sliding in the DMs, I'm trying to get a hold of you. I'm swiping you right on Tinder or Bumble, whatever y'all these dating apps y'all using nowadays. Facebook even got their own dating app now.
Yeah,
it's hard out here, man, to try to actually, people. I don't really see people really going out of their way to like actually meet people and
Right.
going out of their way to, oh dang, where did you meet your wife at? Oh, I met her at, when I was in the library one day, or I was out, I was getting gas. I know, hey, y'all women don't like to be hitting on at the gas station, but hey, it happens. Some guys, they get lucky, you feel me?
Right.
Hey, but even at the grocery store though, like that's actually like I want to say authentic, in an authentic way to just find somebody
Right.
and actually meet somebody, and hopefully ends up working out. But these days, man, it's all about let me slide in your DMs and see if I get a hit, see if I can get a hold of you. And I mean, that is like, I guess technology does help in a way, but with this generation, it seems like everybody, they just on to the next. Say if they got something, if they do are with a woman, then they always looking, or they got their backup right there waiting in the DMs, or waiting a text message away from them just hitting them up and say you done with your man one day, and then y'all on a break, the next day you can hit up your next man.
Right.
You can go ahead and be like, hey, we ain't together no more, what you doing today?
Right.
He slid in the DMs. And that's the thing, like back in the day, I want to say, like, it was so much harder to get in contact with your women or other males, women's, and things like that. But every girl these days, they got a TikTok, they got an Instagram, they got a Facebook. So it's one click away. And trust me, if you a man and you're not either hitting it right, you ain't holding it down the right way, your girl up for grabs.
Right.
All I gotta do, go ahead, open. Hey, let me go here, see. Let me slide.
Exactly.
Let me see what you're talking about. And it's tough, man. I think it's tough. Like, do you think it's tough with this generation, just with fighting that and having us males and us females as well? Because females, they dealing with the same problem.
Right.
You think it's tough these days for them?
It definitely is, because you got the click of a button. Somebody can give you some action that you might not be getting, from your man. And it could be as simple as, I might have been busy catching up on schoolwork. You might be trying to start your own business, going the entrepreneur route, and you got to get your LLCs together. Just something might not be off. It just may be you got caught up in that, but that don't mean that you out here messing with somebody else. So with the social media, it's like, oh, okay, he didn't get right back to me, but that he not out there doing nothing. If we don't post it or we don't share it, then they don't know if it's true or not. So now with these platforms, it's like you got to post everything for somebody just to believe where you actually at or what you really doing.
Well, you wasn't there. I ain't see you post about it.
Right.
What you mean?
It's like, what happened with the word privacy?
Man.
You know what I'm saying? Because something you should just keep for yourself. Everything not for everybody,
Man.
And what I have to say to you is not for everybody else's ears, and we got to be okay with that. That's why it's better to communicate, not just about posting something or sharing something, because it's only so much of a percentage that's real through that. People gonna post and share what they want you to see, not what's real, because then you feel like, oh man, they gonna critique me, dissect this and that, and now you got to put on the front. And it's like, nah, you ain't got to do all that. But if you meet that person in person, talking with them, conversating, see the likes and the dislikes, just vibing with one another instead of hiding behind a phone, that's gonna hit different.
Oh yeah, it's always gonna hit different. I feel like it's tough sometimes actually trying to get in front of women, depending on your taste and things like that, and see if y'all actually can hit it off, and for women to actually give you a chance, because it's always, oh, your social media. I mean, you don't really look like my type because your social media ain't really saying or looking like that. I'm like, but at the end of the day, like, you gonna give your man a shot. You don't really know, you feel me, how I am in real life. You don't know that I don't post, my money. I don't post my things on social media. And a lot of women and a lot of men, they probably look at people's social medias and they think that's their whole life. You can kind of get caught up in a way by just looking at their highlight reel. Like I always say, like, social media is a big old highlight reel at the end of the day. And you show your good moments, and then for some people they use it for business purposes and things like that. So it's a good and negative thing with that. But for the most part, like, people just posting their highlights, so it's like you ain't gonna really get the full version of the person But like it's just hard out here sometimes to meet a good person and actually try to get into a relationship with people, because I mean, like, everybody just so either busy swiping or they busy just not wanting to make that authentic connection with a real person in real life. Some people can't even have a conversation in real life these days.
You're right about that. And that's the whole thing, is like, you got to be able to go back and forth, no like awkward pausing moments or dead silence.
Right.
You got to make sure you can move that mouthpiece.
Yeah.
And when you just clicking and typing and all that, that can mask a lot of the stuff that you need to work on.
That's facts.
And in order to work on that, you got to have that person across from you to see how that person acts or responds, when there's other people around, to see how that person acts or responds when the music is loud, or like if something just happened, you want to see like, oh, okay, I appreciate how this person responded based off what this happened, so and so, you want to see
real
if
life
the
situation,
like if the guy is a gentleman or not.
Right.
I don't see a lot of guys holding the doors, pulling out the chairs.
You don't see that
I don't see that.
Yeah, youngsters, hey, people, this generation, and not even like our generation, even the older generation, like, you don't really see that too much. Like, I'm the kind of guy, I ain't gonna lie, I open the doors for all my women. I don't let my women touch doors. I pull out chairs. I try to go the extra mile, because I want to show you something that's different that you ain't gonna see with no other man.
Right.
When you with me, you gonna get a one in a lifetime experience. So if we riding together, if we vibing, yeah, I might be the guy that we out. Oh, you need your gas? I'll fill up your tank real quick. Okay, you need.
Hey, you filling up tanks over here? Okay.
Hey, I've been doing it for a while. Hey. People can vouch for it. At the end of the day, man, it's like those are like little things though that a man should be able to do. If he's able to.
Right.
And that's for y'all women too. Like, sometimes don't get on your man if he can't, provide at that moment. But you gotta be down with a man, through while he at the bottom.
Right.
And then when he start rising to the top.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, if you with him from the bottom to the top, then he gonna want to give you all those things.
He gonna remember that too.
Exactly. He gonna be like, man, she was down with me from the get-go, man.
Exactly. And you create moments from that. You create moments. Man. All right. We want to build foundation. It just don't happen. You know what I'm saying? You got to build on something to see if it's actually going to stand.
That's facts. Man, you ain't lying, man. And that goes with kind of the next topic I wanted to hit on, is kind of like with texting and talking on the phone. Like, would you rather text all day, or you rather talk?
Man, I'd rather talk to them in person. We can do the FaceTime. I have an Android, so you're going to have to download the WhatsApp. You know what I'm saying? And we can chat on there, because the WhatsApp don't lose the resolution. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to have to get on the WhatsApp,
Okay, so the WhatsApp where it's at for you.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. It still be, 4K, 8K, you know what I'm saying? It's still there.
Okay.
But no, because with the text messaging, right? For instance, I'm just solely speaking on myself, because that's all I can talk about is my experience.
Right.
I like comedy, and I feel that humor breaks the ice.
Always.
You know what I'm saying? If a person's serious all the time, it's like, man, they, you don't even know if they have teeth, because they just, got a scruff on their face, or like a scowl or something, or they have that resting BITCH face. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's okay to smile, and I gotta see if you gonna interact, if you gonna give me some playback, because there's so much negativity going on in the world. You gotta have open dialogue and just be able to laugh about it. Man. Laugh at yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have that. That's its own therapy in its own right.
That's true.
But yeah, back to what you were saying. I prefer to call a person on the phone, speak to them in person, see if they photos match up, because these filters, y'all gotta relax. You gotta relax with these filters.
You can't tell, boy, whether if it's fake, real.
Yeah.
It might be. You might be talking to another opposites, same sex.
Right.
It might be another male over there. You talking
exactly, and that's no disrespect.
No disrespect.
It's just that we two men over here that we want the opposite sex from birth.
Exactly.
You know, from birth. All right, we don't want to be in the bedroom or somewhere we get confused.
Right.
Okay, it's like
I want to see you in the light when it's light outside.
Exactly. Come on now.
And then I like it. Like I'm big on like this goes. I guess it's a little off topic a little bit, but at the same time, like I want authentic. Like I don't need you wearing all this makeup. I don't need you using the filters. I want to see you and how you look by yourself. I don't want you to get no butt lifts. I don't want you to get no new lips.
Work out.
I don't want exactly. Go ahead,
get your
gym.
fitness involved.
We'll get you right.
Right.
All right, fitness coach right here.
Come on now.
You know, I know a little something.
Talk
you
to
feel
him.
But I can get it from him. All right, we can get you right.
All right. You know we only slide with a slippery.
Hey,
now.
only slide with a slippery.
Hey, come on now. But and then we have to speak on these lashes. What's up with these women and lashes?
It's a whole different story, man. I don't understand. I mean, don't get me wrong. Some girls, they actually look good with them. But at the same time, it's like, wow. Like, I'm good. I don't care if you got lashes. I don't care if you got no lashes. If I like you, I like you. You look good, you look good.
I got to ask you a question, okay? Have you ever been out somewhere and you said, hey, check out Cutie with the lashes? If you have, please let me know, because I don't know any man who has.
I have it. Honestly, I have it. Some girls lash like, don't get me wrong. If you do it a little bit, you know, they look nice. Okay, you cool. But some of y'all lashes be like longer than like. I'm like, damn.
Yeah, and then y'all be coming to the gym with them.
Right.
Like for real, I was training this client. Her name will be disclosed. Okay, I'm not gonna mention her name, but one of her lashes fell on her cheek. I ain't talking about the bottom of her cheek. I'm talking about the top of the cheek. And we having a conversation. She and Miz said, I'm like, whoa, we gotta relax a little bit. So you know, like anybody, I'm gonna give you a little notation to let you know I have noticed. And if I have noticed, other people may have noticed. I'm like, hey, you know, hey, take this napkin. What's this napkin for? You just holler at the bathroom real fast. You'll see. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to embarrass you out here. Don't nobody want to be embarrassed.
Nah,
you know
that's
what I'm
right.
saying?
But that's you a real one for telling, because everybody would have let her walk through that whole gym until she left, and then she would have got been pissed.
Right. Yeah, but I can't let her go out like that, because first of all, I'm looking out for her. You know, and mental health is real out here. You know what I'm saying? And that can really hurt your self-confidence, your self-esteem. Not only that, you thinking about the person that you just spending time with. Like, hold on, you just spend 15, 20, 30, 40 minutes with me, and you see this lash on my cheek and you ain't say nothing. What are your intentions? Right. What are your obligations? You know what I'm saying? So it ain't even about that. You know, it ain't about embarrassing. You know, we got to uplift each other instead of bringing people down. It's real easy to bring somebody down to build you up. And all we saying is that, look, y'all women out here, y'all queens. Y'all don't need all of that. Y'all do not need all of that. Keep some of that money in your pockets.
Keep all of it.
All right? You ain't got to spend it on that.
Your nails, your feet.
Yeah.
All right, that's cool.
Right.
I respect it. You know, sometimes I enjoy, you know, go ahead and get mine rubbed on too. You know, get my nails. Hey,
ain't nothing wrong with that.
You feel me? Hey.
But the extra stuff, come on now.
Leave it.
God made you beautiful, and that's what you are. Instead of all this extra stuff, a lot of these people out here, you got to remember, they out here to make some money. So they not finna tell you to be natural, because they know that that's gonna put a dent in their wallet and what they trying to do. But instead of that, we trying to tell y'all, news is natural. Yes. Make the news by being natural. You ain't got to do all this stuff. You're beautiful just how you are. How your eyebrows look, how your lashes look. It's all right. Exactly. It's all right. We all have flaws. Short people want to be taller. Taller people want to be shorter. Thick people want to be thinner. Thinner people want to be thicker. A girl with a butt want a smaller butt. A girl without a butt want a bigger butt. In other words, no one's going to be happy.
That's fact.
All right, but that don't mean you got to spend extra money just to get where you think you need to be. Because where you think you need to be is actually not. You okay exactly where you are. Stay in your own lane. If you got a Volkswagen, you can't drive like it's a Ferrari. If you got a Ferrari, you can't drive like it's a Tesla. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't have an engine. Okay, it is a difference. So whatever you have, just be confident in that it's okay.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
It's okay. God made you that way for a reason, and all y'all women, y'all gotta understand. Like at the end of the day, it's somebody out there for you. Just like all y'all men, there's somebody out there for
Exactly.
everybody. You just gotta go ahead, sit back, don't change
Be
nothing.
patient.
Don't be patient. You're beautiful just the way God made you.
Exactly.
All right. And that's what y'all gotta understand. Like, man, us men, like if you're a real man, like don't get me wrong, I know these rappers and these celebrities that be paying for their women to go get stuff done and all that. Hey, that's y'all. That's what y'all want to do. You like fake shit. You like touching on fake. You know that. Hey, that's your personal.
And that ain't real life. And somebody needs to say that ain't real life.
It's not.
All right.
You know. And at the end of the day, it's like, why? Why do you need it? Why do you need to change your appearance or change the way you look? I understand it might give you a little bit more confidence in yourself, but you got to think about 20, 30 years from now. Is you gonna look the same? Is that butt lift still gonna be lifted?
Exactly.
Is it gonna be sagging down here?
Right.
Like,
sitting on your hamstrings. Stop playing.
Hey, right.
Stop playing.
And the hip to thigh ratio.
Man.
Hit the ratio.
Come
man,
on now.
I just see some.
Come on now.
Hey,
Yeah.
at the end of the day, we're gonna leave it right here.
Right.
Y'all women, please. Y'all beautiful the way you are. Just like God made you.
Just the way you are.
Don't change nothing. Be a queen. Like God made you.
Come on now.
All right. Now let's switching gears.
What we got next?
Now, all right. The influence of social media now. I know they influencing y'all to do all this stuff, but don't let it. Social media can be a positive thing if you let it be a positive thing. At the end of the day, you just gotta really, take what you can from social media, but don't let it change your mindset on certain things. Don't let it change, who you are. Don't let it, make you unhappy. Don't let it make you depressed. And if it does do that to you, then get off of it. At the end of the day, social media is a made up fictional world, in my opinion. At the end of the day, you can get out of what you put into it. But if it's making you sad, if it's influencing your personality, it's making you want to change, making you want to do different things, I advise you just to, find a different way. Get into real life, make yourself happy, get in the gym if you need to go to the gym, make new friends if you need to make new friends. Like, that's the thing. Like, how do you feel about social media these days? Like, how do you feel? Like, I feel like it's really impacting just our culture, just the American people, and just the whole world and the whole. I think some of it is positive, but some of it is negative, because you see so much negativity these days on social media. It's like, if you own it too long, it's gonna make you bad. It's gonna make you sad. Sometimes it'll make you happy because you see funny videos. But at the end of the day, I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn between the two. That it's a great thing for life, but it's also a bad thing.
I see it as 70-30. 70%, 30%.
Which one you giving?
30% of it is good. 70% of it is bad. And I'm saying that from a person who has experienced it. Okay, I experienced it as on a business level, and I have experienced it on a personal level. So I'm looking at it from two perspectives. Okay, two different lenses.
That's facts.
All right, and I'm just being honest with you. 70% on there is just BS. It's nonsense. It's like reading a newspaper. You know what I'm saying? Whatever audience that you are pleasing to, they're going to keep on filtering you with stuff that may seem to be good for your eyes, may seem to be good for your ears, but it's really not. It's just there to entertain you, just like a newspaper. It's just there for entertainment. Most of that stuff is BS.
Man.
But they know what they're doing, because if they keep on posting uplifting, powerful stuff, like stuff that needs to stimulate your mind, right, they're going to start to lose you.
That's facts.
As a consumer, and they scared of that.
You're gonna be so involved in your own personal life that you just ain't gonna have time to be looking at all that extra stuff on social media. It's kind of like honestly, it's like a mind control thing in a way, to where they show you and they put into you like what they want to show you. They put all the negativity out there for a reason, and everything that you see is kind of to be influenced have you out of control of this. Because I'm telling you, like, the majority of people, like, I know some of y'all look at y'all phones, and I know you see, like, I know on iPhones, y'all Android, y'all don't got this. But on the iPhone,
that was a dig, ladies and gentlemen. That was a dig.
So on the iPhone, it tells you like how long you've been on the phone for a week. It tells you like sometimes you can be on your phone for like 30-50% up this week, or 36% down this week. And then with that percentage, it shows you like 6 hours. You spent 6 hours on your phone this week. You spent 24 hours. I know
Right.
some of y'all probably got like 45 hours or something crazy like
Maybe
that. on your
55.
phone. I'm less than 10 all the
Mm.
time. Every once in a while I get up to like 8, 9, you
Mm.
know, something crazy. But then again, like the more busier I am, I'm not on my phone, man, because I'm really focused on life. I'm really
Right.
getting off of social media. That's why like I spent a lot of time dang near this past month off social media. That's why y'all haven't seen any gems being given out, man, because I've been just busy and just trying to refocus up and revamp, you know, my life, because I do it, you know, periodically, because I feel like, you know, sometimes I need a break from social media. Sometimes I need a break from all this fakeness in the world. And, you know, I need to hone in on myself and focus
Right.
on myself and the path that I'm going in.
Sound like therapy.
It is.
It sound like therapy.
Hey, it is. It's my own personal version of therapy, honestly,
Right.
because I get you take this and I de-escalate it. So I bring everything down. I bring the toxicity down, and I bring the negativity that I see down.
Self-detoxing over here, ladies and gentlemen. Self-detoxing over here.
Self-detoxing at its
I like
finest,
it.
man.
I like it.
Nah, I appreciate that, man, because it's like I just noticed, like within myself, I started doing it, you know, my last few years when I was playing football, and it's just been something I've been doing, you know, on a regular now, because I feel like, you know, at the end of the day, I know business-wise, I got to be out there more for my business. I got to be, you know, posting more and things like that. But for me personally, and, you know, for my mental health and things like that, like sometimes I got to detox myself, and I got to kind of get away from the world almost to just focus on, you know, my path and to figure out which direction I want to take my life. You know, because sometimes you can get so influenced by this, you swiping and strolling every day, then you're on a cycle. It's like you a bunny rabbit or a hamster going on a wheel.
There's somebody out there that needs to hear this. There is somebody out there that needs to hear this, okay? So please tune in, because I know we laugh at this stuff, but this is the truth, though, you know, and this needs to be said, and this should be heard, all right? Because we all need it. We all go through things. We all have rough moments. But remember, in order to get that final product, that final draft, you had to go through a journey to get there. And that's what makes you. That's what builds character.
Your personal journey.
And it's okay. Your personal journey is your personal journey. My journey ain't what to the man of the left is, and his journey ain't my journey. But that's okay, because we can talk about it and we can appreciate it, and we can take whatever it is from each other's journey, and we can step back and say, man, you know what? I can see how you learned something from that. Or I can see like how this made you like this. Or I can see how that made you build your character. And that's very important. You know, we need to spend more time about being authentic and not bringing one person down, but being that person to be like, you know what? I can understand that. And how can I help? Or like, how did you get this way? Like, you start asking questions. Just don't, you know, like, you know, this person is this way and I ain't gonna mess with he or she. But instead, like, ask a question. Why can't we spend more time try to understand like why this person is like that? This person could just been having an off day.
Man.
Person could just be, you know, going through some things. But what we see on these platforms makes it easier not to talk about it and just, you know, curve it, or, you know, it fall on deaf ears or something.
That's facts.
And that ain't what we need. We need an open dialect to understand why a person is the way that he or she is, and it'll be a better place.
That's facts. And sometimes, you know, at the end of the day, like it takes having, you know, these conversations, or just those conversations just about, you know, your mental health and just talking to people and being open and honest. Like it's time that, you know, the next generation, and, you know, one thing I am happy about with this generation is that, you know, people are becoming more vulnerable and speaking out on their feelings. And, you know, don't get me wrong. Like I still think, you know, this generation, y'all a little soft. You know, I see a lot of softness going on.
Twinkie.
Yeah, it's Twinkie sauce.
Mild sauce.
Mild sauce. Yes, y'all a little mild out here. But at the same time, like I feel like it's a positive thing as well, because is, pushing, that topic like mental health, that topic of, self-care, self-love, is pushing that topic forward because, it's making it more prevalent in people's lives that, yes, like sometimes you need that time to yourself. Sometimes you need to talk to somebody. Sometimes you need to vent to people and things like that. So, that's something I am happy that this generation is doing, and they pushing it forward. All right. So switching gears. All right. Last topic of the day, man. All right. So I touched on this a little bit ago, and I told y'all what was going to happen.
Did you touch it? Did you grab? Which one did you do?
I did both. I grabbed it in. I touched it. I grabbed it.
Okay.
I spoke existence
I got
into
you.
it.
Got you.
And I told y'all, KD wasn't going nowhere.
Mm.
The Brooklyn Nets, I think they actually going to be pretty good this year, matter of fact. But I told you, people were going to give up or going to have to give up way too much to get Kevin Durant.
Mm.
You would have to give your house, your car, your mama car, and her sister friend car.
Your mama's mamas?
Mama's mamas.
Mm.
I'm telling you.
I'm sorry, Miss Jackson.
Hey, that's a classic.
Right, yeah,
there.
Come on now. Shout out to Outkast.
Shout out to Outkast, man. Hey, I wish they was actually performing yesterday. That would have been something.
Yeah,
but, we talking about it was a concert that I went to. Outkast, Nas, and Busta Rhymes. That's sort of y'all, man. That was a good concert. New York State of Mind. But anyway, hey, I told y'all. And then we also talk about New York, so it kind of go hand in hand. But hey, Kyrie, I thought you was gonna get traded to the Lakers. Ain't happened. You got any words of wisdom from my guys who staying in Brooklyn this year and my people who didn't believe me? I told you, hey, sometimes you gotta listen to your boy. Just saying.
I get it. KD's at a point of his life where he feels that he only has so much time. However, there's ways to go about it. You gotta watch out because when you sign a contract, people gonna hold you to that contract. They have the authority to hold you to that contract.
That's right.
So if you are reneging on contracts, you are going to hurt the next person going forward. And just like we was talking about in the past topic, we have to make sure that when you are in a position of power, make it easier for the next person. Okay? Because now these little fine prints and all these extra stuff, they're going to make it harder for that person to get money. Just based off what you did.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying?
Make it harder for the next guy.
Yeah, like free agency is supposed to be a time where you can freely move. But if stuff like this continues, I don't know how freely it's going to be.
That's facts. And the NBA is already kind of, being ran its own way. And I think in a way, because at the end of the day, the superstars kind of run the league, in my opinion.
And these owners are watching this.
Exactly.
They are watching it, and they paying attention.
They control back.
Yeah.
I believe they will. And this was kind of, I wouldn't say it was an owner snatching their control back, but at least in KD's situation, he didn't even enter, it's not even 1 year. The ink barely drowned his contract, and he was already trying to leave. And James Harden, you've seen James Harden leave the Brooklyn Nets. You've seen a lot of different trades that's been happening over years. And at the end of the day, use your free agency time. And then, as far as KD goes, you didn't have to follow Kyrie to Brooklyn. If you're unhappy in Brooklyn, that was your decision. You kind of created the team. You told them to get Blake Griffin. You told them to get DeAndre Jordan. You told them to trade away James Harden, because of course, y'all could have kept him, but you probably signed off on it. Yeah, go ahead, trade him. So, at the end of the day, y'all chose it. So, hey, sometimes it goes with life. Sometimes, you got to reap what you sow. Hey.
And the NBA players, I love basketball, but y'all have to really think about this. Y'all are getting guaranteed money. In real life, you cannot show up to work and still be paid your full-time work if you didn't work that whole time. Y'all complaining and doing all this stuff. The money is guaranteed.
You get all of it.
John Wall sat the whole last year and got all his money. All his money.
They paid him to sit at home. Can I get that?
Man, come on now. Hey. Just don't abuse it. That's all we saying is Don't
That's
abuse
facts,
it.
man. Y'all
You know,
blessed
because
already, man.
you gonna make it worse for the next person, and it's our job to look out for the future. And these kids is coming up, and these AAU teams on these uh middle school basketball, grade school, eventually they gonna make it to the higher places like college and play in the pros and play overseas. We trying to make sure that they are going to get that guaranteed money, and we don't
That's
need
facts.
people who are not living up to the contract to mess it up for them. So we got to look out for them.
That's facts.
So
Look out for 'em,
please
man.
don't sign the contract if you don't have intentions on being in a place for a certain amount of time.
That's facts.
Don't sign a 4-5 year. Sign a yearly contract. Sign a
Exactly.
2-year
2
contract.
year. Sign a 3-year extension. Don't be
Because
putting yourself in a situation that
yeah, because
down
the
road
owners
you
will
regret.
look at this and say, you know what? They are only acting this way because they know they're gonna get paid
That's
no
facts.
matter what. But once you start taking that away, you got to start playing for incentives. Then what? Now you're gonna
It's
have
gonna be
injuries. Oh man, we got to do all this because I'm obligated to hit these incentives in order to get my money
that's
because
facts.
of what you were doing
That's why
when
they
we
keep putting these
wasn't.
incentives in there.
You
Football
know what I'm
players, that's all
saying?
they get is
Like, come
incentives.
on,
I wish,
huh?
but now football players they starting to get their money. They starting to get their
Right,
guaranteed
right.
money. So they come the NFL coming around a little bit, but as far as the NBA, man, y'all NBA players, y'all making all this money, y'all blessing me in a position that you are in. Just don't take advantage. Hey, take advantage of it. Don't mess it up for the next person that's coming down the pipeline. And please, don't say, I told you so, but I did tell y'all.
Yeah.
KD, hey, you're staying put. I wish that, you, Kyrie, success in this upcoming NBA season. I got my money on the Bucks. I'm just gonna go ahead and say it right now. Yeah, I do got my money on the Bulls too. I'm rooting for the Bulls. The Lakers. Hey,
Mm. In the East,
I got Russell still. I'm sorry.
in the East, I'm gonna ride with Philly.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
gonna ride
Philly.
with Philly.
You think James
in
Harden
the
and
East. I
Embiid?
just want to be different. I just want to be different.
I
You know what I'm
respect
saying?
it. I respect
And
it, man.
in the West, I see the Warriors coming out.
It's coming out on
then-
top again.
Yeah, and then I got the Warriors winning, because I feel that Clay is gonna have an even better season.
Oh yeah, Clay gonna snap this shit.
Y'all forgot about Clay.
I'm
You know
gonna
what
go
I'm
ahead
saying?
and
You
say
forgot
that right
about Dre, and you saw what him and Eminem did.
now.
You forgot about Clay, and you saw what Clay did.
Hey,
And
real
Jaren
talk.
Jackson Jr., stop tweeting because you ate them words.
He said, "Stop
You
tweeting."
ate them words. All right.
Hey, right. Hey, y'all Memphis boys, y'all ain't gonna be doing nothing for a little bit. I'm sorry. You still got when Golden State retire in about 2-3 years, man. When they run is over, when the dynasty is over and done with, then all y'all, everybody else can come and play.
Shout out to Desmond Bain though on the Memphis Grizzlies. I had you in fantasy, and you did me well, sir. You did me well, sir. Shout out to Desmond Bain.
So do you, Desmond, man. Hey,
shooting guard for the Memphis Grizzlies. For those who don't know, watch out. Watch out.
Something serious. But hey, all right, that concludes today's episode.
Come on
the Golden Gems podcast, man.
On the what?
Thank you on the Golden Gems podcast.
One more for the people in the back.
Golden
Hey!
Gems podcast. Yeah. Hey, thank y'all for tuning in. Thank you for coming back. Like, subscribe, show love in the show notes. Go listen to this on Apple Music, Spotify, Google. Hey, wherever you can find your podcast, go listen to it. All right, Coach T. Thank you for coming back and thank you for dropping some gems.
You know we
man.
only slide because it's slippery, baby. You know we only slide because it's slippery.
Y'all stay blessed out there. Hope you continue to enjoy your holiday weekend, man. Hey, we will be back with more gems. So y'all stay tuned, man. Hey, the Golden Gems podcast, and we out.